comment to make. What I've noticed so far from these centers is there's not a lot of parent involvement in a lot of these centers. They don't often consider the fact, especially when your child has become blind at a later age, that it's not just the student that's going through it, but the parents are going through it as well.
Yeah.
So they're not as sensitive toward that as I think they should be. When I attended the Davidson program, I have multiple disabilities. I also have bone issues. I have osteoporosis. So my family was very involved, and the program understood that. So they made a bit of an extra effort. But I think they could have made a bit more of an effort with, well, some of the other students. Maybe let them watch a few classes, or so yeah. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is stay involved. Like, stay involved with what your kids are doing. Talk to them.
Talk to the staff too.
Yeah, because that's what a lot of these programs end up doing too, is kind of pulling you away from the family. So.
We have a comment.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the information, but what I'm concerned about the Hatlen and all the Northern California centers is about students who have more than one disability, like blindness or high functioning autism, which I have.
Mm-hmm.
There's some students who can live independently, but not fully independently. Like, because it's kind of like, for the students who have autism or high functioning, which I have, it's going to be hard, and it's sad for some things will get disappointing, or they don't know how the student learns despite the other disability. I just think that they should implement the program for the autistic students.
Yeah.
Like, other than the blindness, they should implement a program for students who have autism or all that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they take all of that into consideration. I'm just saying that some of these programs want total independence, or they try and
sometimes.
You kind of have to make them understand that there's a middle ground.
Exactly.
You're always going to need help, no matter how independent you are. We all have disabilities, so we're always going to need someone's
Everyone
help.
does, if you think about it.
Yeah. Part of being independent is asking for help when you need it.
Yeah.
So.
And if I could jump in real quick, I just want to say that from what I've noticed, that I consider everyone to have disability. I think my opinion is that we're all flying impaired by design. So we don't have wings. So and an airplane is an assistive technology because we need it to fly up. So what I'm trying to say here, I guess, is that I feel like there's not a one-fits-all kind of approach, which I think, like what you're alluding to, is what they do a lot of times. And then I guess they might at times, like staff members might get burned out on the job because they might be so used to seeing people just, get over with this, and they might kind of forget that, they might see, the before and after, but forget there's actually a middle transition period. And then I guess they're just unconsciously unaware of that over time when they have so many people
trying to get to the end.
Exactly, entering and exiting, so they forget that there's that middle point that they kind of try to unconsciously, I think a lot of times, skip over. And,
So lo que estás tratando de decir es que se involucren en lo que sus hijos están haciendo, si van a esos programas, unos programas están más lejos que otros, o que sigan en contacto, que hablen con ellos. Básicamente eso.
Porque muchos de los programas no involucran a los padres. Prácticamente que son solo los estudiantes que se van para allá, no toman en consideración el hecho de que los padres también están transicionando con sus hijos. Especialmente dependiendo de cuándo los sus hijos o hijas hayan perdido su visión. Para algunas personas es cuando nacimos, en mi caso es cuando yo al nacer prácticamente, pero en otros casos es después, es a los 13, 14, 15, 16 años. Entonces es un cambio para los padres también, que los programas no necesariamente toman en consideración. Solo lo que estamos tratando de enforzar es que si deciden participar, que se involucren, que sigan hablando con sus hijos o hijas del programa, acerca del programa, pero que también hablen con personas que trabajan en el programa.
La mayoría de las personas que trabajan en los programas, como dicen, ya tienes 18 años, ya eres adulto, tú haces lo que quieres, o lo que los padres dicen no lo toman en cuenta, porque ya eres adulto. So,
pretty much what we added is that, like, a lot of the programs, they think, okay, you're 18, you're an adult, parents gone, like,
yeah,
no more.
They're not authority figures anymore.
No.
So you make your own choices.
Or not even authority, I'd
Good.
say, like, they're just, I noticed they kick them out, and that's not all the students want that, and I think that's
No.
actually contrary to their benefit, because a lot of times if you have a great parent, why would you want to let them go? You could
Involve them in the
exactly,
process.
they could work together, and honestly, I just think it's very logical, and it's kind of just like leaving people out to dry.
Yeah.
Cultural-wise, I personally think that the Hispanic culture, I don't know if we offended or being mean.
Yeah.
It is my thing that parents want to keep them safe for the kids, their children, kids, like no matter what will happen if a child leaves the house or goes somewhere else. The parents might be worried about the kids, the Hispanic culture, but you know.
And I agree, Justin, because I noticed, I get what you're saying, because me and I think it was Anna were talking about this, like their culture, it's actually, I think, a big plus for the most part, where you have, like more family institutionalized in the culture, or kind of more, instilled in the culture. You guys, you know what I mean, right? Paula and Karen, you guys probably know more than I do about this. But it's actually a great plus, because the families could work, and I think they're the best place to learn. But you guys notice that kind of, in many cultures is common. The Arab, the Spanish, Chinese.
So you notice it's a lot of immigrant cultures. It's
It
just
really varies from family
It
to
varies
family.
on the culture.
exactly.
Yeah.